All right, guys, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. And on the table, we have our final selection for Holster Month. And this is going to be from a company called Massaro Holsters. I've done a few reviews on his holsters. That's Eddie Massaro. And I have to say, guys, he makes some pretty cool, innovative stuff. Again, I've done reviews on the American Purebred that you see at the top here, including the Liberator as well. Today, I'm actually going to be doing his outside the waistband version, which you don't see on the website. Again, it's really going to be based on what you guys think. And if you start actually communicating with him and saying, hey, you'd like to get one of those, I'm sure he'll have no problem producing them. I've been extremely happy with the quality of his holsters. Again, this is, in my opinion, one of the best holster companies out there. But again, in all honesty, guys, every holster I reviewed is absolutely 100% top notch. I would not recommend any of these holster manufacturers if I didn't use them and if I didn't believe in them. And Eddie Massaro is no different. This guy is an engineer. He takes a lot of pride in what he does. I've had no issues with the clips, losing any kind of rigidity. The comfort level is through the roof based on the type of materials he's using. Again, I would highly recommend it. If you want to contact him, he's got his contact information on this website as well. You know, there are some things that, you just have to be, I guess realize that he does not have a huge selection of brands. So what I mean by that is that when you go over to his website here and you take yourself to the holsters, you're going to have some choices to make. And you can see that he's got Glock, he's got Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and of course, Springfield Armory. And you can see there aren't many offerings. But again, it all depends on what is going to be requested from the buyers. If there's a greater demand, he's going to make them. I mean, that's how business usually works, supply and demand. So in regards to some of the options here, I went and had the Glock up initially. The Smith & Wesson right now, currently, if you take a look at Smith & Wesson and you're looking for a pretty quality holster, you can obviously see it for the Shield 2.0. You have the Liberator, and of course you have the Purebred. The Purebred is more like your hybrid type of holster, and of course the Liberator would be more for like appendix carry. And I've got to say, guys, again, they're very comfortable holsters. I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. Again, I would highly recommend just taking a look at it and seeing what you think. So let's go to the table. Let's take a look at the Outlander, which is his outside the waistband holster. And, hopefully at the end of the video, when you guys are leaving comments, you'll let me know if you're going to decide to go and visit them and see what you think for yourselves. So let's get to that table. All right, guys, welcome back to the table. And on the table, you can see a couple of Glocks and a new introduction to Massaro Holsters. So for those of you who are not familiar, Eddie Massaro owns and operates Massaro Holster Works. And you should definitely check out that website. As I showed you in the beginning, if you're interested in something that has a lot of unique properties and also has some real fine engineering behind it, then I would definitely check out these holsters as well. Again, I know it's March 1st. Unfortunately, I had to run a little bit late with this video, but I absolutely 100% was going to do it because I do absolutely love these holsters. Every holster I've done a video on, guys, I recommend them. Take it for what it's worth. I'm not getting paid to do any of this. I'm doing this to try to help everyone out there see that there are great options out there, and this is no different right here. Now, just to kind of give you a background, I have had several Massaro holsters, and I have had zero problems with them. Again, this is the American Purebred. Fantastic holster, guys. Love the double clips. It absolutely 100% holds both my Glocks that I use with it. And actually, I kind of tightened this too much because I was playing around to see if I could get my Glock 48 to fit in it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too much slop in there for me to be comfortable, so I had to stop. But anyway, in regards to this has held my 19X, my 19 MOS, no problems. Love the holster. Again, his original one here, in regards to this holster right here, this is called his Liberator. And this was his original one that he sent to me. And then he did an upgraded version, basically just, making some different little changes here and there, but nonetheless, very good changes. The clips, in my opinion, have really done a great job holding up. There's no reduction in tension at all over the use of these holsters. So I've been very pleased. Now, in regards to what this holster video is about, is this guy right here. Now, this is his, and again, this one isn't necessarily out and ready to go just yet. I'm hoping he's going to start producing these, and your demand of it is really going to determine that. So it's really going to be up to you guys when you watch this video. But this is his outside the waistband holster. This is called his Outlander. And, you know, this isn't your typical outside the waistband. You're not going to be able to wear it at 3 o'clock because of this extra piece of Kydex. Instead, where you're going to really see this shine is about the 4 to 5:30 position. I will tell you that I've been carrying this around 4:30, and I have no issues with anything sticking out. Again, one of the unique things about these holsters is the way the holster is cut, and I'm going to show this to you. You can see that if this holster is sitting on you on your back, what you're going to notice is that there's an angle cut into the Kydex so that the back of your gun or the grip of your gun is actually going to hug your body. So you don't need that wing or anything else, because the way the angle of the holster and the Kydex and the way this gun sits is already pushing into your body. So to me, that has always been one of the, in my opinion, selling points of this actual holster. Now you can see that it's got 2 points of retention, and I've got to say the retention on these have always been fantastic. Again, this gun isn't going anywhere. It's not shaking in and out. It's been perfect. Obviously, he gave me one that has I guess my logo. I don't know if you can call that logo, with the 1776 on there. So I really appreciate that. That's a nice little touch, I have to say. I was very, very happy to see that. And, you know, overall, this holster's been great. Now, in regards to the fit and finish of the holster, again, everything is nice and smooth. Everything has been nicely blended. There's no real issues, no sharp edges, nothing. It's just really good. This back piece here you can see is reinforced right here with 4 points, and I believe they're hex screws, but nonetheless, they attach really well. He also put some washers in here, or flat base washers, so you're not going to necessarily, and I'll see if I can show that to you, you're not going to rub the coating of your gun, or I should say the finish of your gun. So, I mean, that's really good in my opinion. And it fits great. I mean, honestly, guys, I have nothing to complain about in regards to this holster. So in regards to the 19X, and you can see the colors match perfectly, there's your retention point right there. I should say your friction point. Slide it in, clicks in place, and it doesn't move. Now, one of the other good features about it, as I've shown in other holster videos that I've made, is that your trigger guard is exposed. So you have that ability to get a nice full grip without having to rub and cut your fingers open with Kydex, or at least get that uncomfortable feel with Kydex rubbing against your hand. So it's a clean draw every single time. It's really, really, really good that way. In regards, if you have an Optics Ready 19 like I do right here in the MOS, the beauty of this is, once again, it's optic ready. And you're going to notice right here that it does not touch at all to the optic, which is a big deal for a lot of people because you don't want to scratch up that glass. You don't want to get anything on there. So you can see it just is so perfectly cut out that you're not going to have any issues with it rubbing. Again, the MOS, nothing, no movement, nothing. So it fits both these guns perfectly. Again, one of the things that I asked him to do on this model was to please cover the muzzle, because on the other ones it didn't. So he went ahead and he actually did that. And you can see it just barely sticks out at the bottom. Again, just perfect stuff. I have no complaints about it. Keep in mind, this is also a suppressor height night sight in the front. Again, it's got no issues fitting that as well. It clears it. There's no rubbing whatsoever. So again, everything was perfectly designed, but that again is why Eddie was a pretty good engineer at one time, I think. You know, and he probably still is, because you can tell. The quality is great. The fit and finish is excellent. The way the holster wears is, in my opinion, extremely comfortable. Now, if I could just make one recommendation, what I'd like to see eventually happen is he start to curve this piece right here so that if you want to wear it at 3:30 position, you get a little bit more of a comfortable feel to it. That'd be my only recommendation, and hopefully he'll listen. And if not, that's okay, because I still like this just as well. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I would absolutely recommend going over to Massaro Holster Works and checking it out, because I do think he makes some really, really ingenious products that, in my opinion, deserves some attention. So again, guys, I really appreciate everybody sticking around for Holster Month. I think it was a good month, a lot of great opportunities to kind of talk through some of this stuff. I'll probably make one final video just kind of going over all of the holsters at once and just saying thank you to everybody who contributed. So I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe, and as always, freedom is never free.